Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Today we are still using this Gardevoir Araquanid core team with Tapu Koko, Hydreigon, Naganadel, and Hitmontop. So I still am unsure of how I feel about Gardevoir in this format. I don't know. I feel like the Pixelate nerf again has really hurt, hit it hard because it's not doing as much damage as I wanted to at times. And Gardevoir is not exactly the bulkiest Pokemon in the first place. As we find our first opponent from Japan, 1455. Naganadel has been putting in a lot of work though. As we find our first opponent with a team of Amoonguss, Hitmontop, Tapu Fini, Cresselia, Camerupt, and Stakataka. I think this is Hibiki's QR code team. So a lot of issues. I'm not good against Stakataka one with redirection since I don't have a ground type move, which is problematic. I think Naganadel Hitmontop can do a lot of work. Hydreigon doesn't do much work here. It does hit the Cresselia. Amoonguss is really tough for my team though. I think I'm gonna have a Araquanid and Gardevoir in the back though. Pretty sure you bring Fini against my team. I think Fini's really good, so Spore won't be too much of an issue. I like Naganadel Hitmontop because I could probably just set up right away with a nasty plot, which would be pretty good. And I could always just close combat the Stakataka, which seems pretty good overall, unless you lead a Amoonguss Stakataka. Then we might have some issues, but I do have the ability to nasty plot, which is something good. And we got the original Sun and Moon trainer battle theme. I'm pretty sick of it, to be honest. I played it so much in regular Sun and Moon, and it's not that I disliked it. I just didn't think it was a really good. I didn't think it was good for a battle theme. It's too slow, I think, for a battle theme. We're gonna lead him on top Naganadel against Amoonguss Stakataka. Okay, smart man. I don't know who you would target here. I think you would honestly Rage Powder or Double Protect here. You should never risk me close combating a Stakataka. I'm gonna try a nasty plot up. I'm gonna try a nasty plot up, and I'm gonna fake out this Stakataka. We go for a turn one. I think you would Double Protect here if you're my opponent. We're gonna see the Amoonguss go for the Protect, as we're gonna see Stakataka Protect. Okay, yep. That makes sense. My opponent could have went for Protect Spore potentially, maybe afraid of Inferno Overdrive potential. But this is my best play because you should never let Stakataka vulnerable, and by just leaving Stakataka open on the field. Amoonguss I think could have spored and Stakataka protected, which would have been a good play. So I could have faked out the Amoonguss, but I think I definitely deny Stakataka Trick Room here. And now I can just Fire Blast the Amoonguss slot, and I think just close combat the Stakataka slot for a KO, unless my opponent switches out on a Hitmontop or maybe Fini or any of these slots here. Yeah, I have to switch out Amoonguss and Hitmontop right here if you're my opponent, if you want Stakataka to stay on the field and survive. Otherwise, you go out into Hitmontop or Tapu Fini for the Stakataka, but that would allow me to potentially trade for your Amoonguss. But my opponent's going to Rage Powder. Plus 2 Fire Blast should knock out Naganadel. You didn't do work yesterday, but you do work today. Okay, you're hitting your Fire Blast this time. Goodbye, Amoonguss. I'm not sure. I guess it depends on what my opponent has in the back, because I personally don't think I agree with that play. Maybe my opponent thought I had Flamethrower or Heat Wave, which I guess, because I think Amoonguss would survive that. But that's just such a risky play overall, I think. So I get the knockout Stakataka, get the knockout Amoonguss. What's coming in? If it's him on top in the back, I feel like my opponent should have went into it hard in the first place. But I get rid of my opponent's Trick Room user, unless Cresselia is in the back. But if Cresselia's in the back, damage output isn't too worrisome, as Tapu Fini comes out and Camerupt. Okay. So I Focus Sash on my Naganadel, so I'm not really too worried about an Earth Power. It makes sense now because my opponent didn't have. I don't know. You could have switched out. I guess it'd been tough, right? Because no matter what, I think you were going to sack a Pokemon there unless you had Rage Power. So I guess my opponent's plays make sense. Because you didn't have Hitmontop. I think I could just Sludge Bomb Fini and switch out into my Araquanid, because Araquanid pressures the Camerupt and Sludge Bomb knocks out Fini. So I don't care if you protect 2 because I have the Focus Sash on Naganadel, so I survive 1 hit guaranteed. So we'll see what my opponent goes for. It's going to be the Mega Evolution, which definitely cost my opponents the game now because Araquanid is actually faster than Camera Up now. Or Camera Up was probably faster than my Araquanid if it did Mega Evolve. Actually, I'm not sure. I run Adam in Araquanid, so I'm not sure about that. But Feeny doesn't protect. I just get the knockout Feeny. Feeny goes down. And Camera Up is going to go, I would assume, Earth Power. If it goes for Heat Wave, fine by me. It can't really punish anything. We're going to see the Earth Power come out of Naganadel. And Nasty Plot Naganadel taking the first one. Nice. That's what I like to see, Naganadel. Just able to sweep through that team. Which helps against like the Among Us Feeny core, which I've been struggling against off camera. Which is why I like Naganadel on this team. But yeah, I can just Sludge Bomb and Liquidation here. Maybe I have a Hydro Vortex. But my opponent's just going to stay in. So Sludge Bomb into Liquidation. So yeah, it could have went very differently. I feel like my opponent had like a decent lead advantage because I felt like you could have maybe Protect Spored. I just didn't know what to expect from my opponent. Of course, I didn't judge anything by rating. I just felt like, alright, I fake out Stack Attack in case my opponent goes for Rage Powder hard because I feel like the two plays he would go for are Rage Powder Trick Room there or Protect and Spore. Now that I think about it, I think you should always Protect Spore. Maybe I should just fake out the Amoonguss slot. I just didn't know. I just didn't remember the Stack Attack could carry Protect. Because it might. I don't remember if it was Gyro Ball, Rock Slide, Wide Guard, Trick Room, or if it had Protect on it. But it did have Protect. Ended up working though, so able to pick up a win there. If my opponent had Spore on Amoonguss, I'm not sure actually. Did the Amoonguss have Spore? I want to assume so. Maybe not on the Feeny team. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the QR code. I just know that I saw it early meta with Hibiki, so I'm not exactly too sure. But we pick up a really, really quick win in the first round, which is pretty nice. Gardevoir really hasn't been doing much though. Like I like Gardevoir, I really do. I think I liked Gardevoir since. What is this, a confession? But okay, no, seriously. But 2014, I really liked the bulky Gardevoir set. It wasn't a Mega Evolution back then. Well, it was actually a Mega Evolution. It was legal. A Mega Gardevoir was legal in X and Y. No one used him back in 2014 because it didn't have Hyper Voice. It didn't have a good stab move. So I actually liked the bulky set a lot. It was like bulky Choice Specs or bulky Trick Room Willis user. I actually really liked it a lot, especially with like Ally Switch. I think Ally Switch was pretty cool back in 2014 when only like few Pokemon got it, like Gardevoir, which wasn't the best Pokemon in the world. It was fun. What is this team? Salamence, Greninja, Charizard, Lilligant, Probopass, and Scrafty. Okay. Naganadel does some work here. I'm questioning it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do against this team. Charizard Lilligant actually is really scary. Then again, I don't remember what does more, Torkoal Eruption with Charcoal or Charizard's Y Heat Wave. I'm pretty sure Torkoal might do a bit more, but I don't remember. Coco Araquanid looks like a pretty solid lead to me, and I do like it quite a lot here. I think Gardevoir's fine. I don't think I need Hitmontop. Naganadel is good in this matchup overall, and I think Gardevoir is alright here. But maybe I should have brought Hitmontop. Maybe I should have brought Hitmontop for like fake out pressure. Maybe I didn't need Gardevoir either. It's hard to say because I honestly have no clue like what my opponent's team is supposed to be. Like I see a Sun mode. I don't think Probopass gets Trick Room if I remember correctly. I know it gets like Thunder Wave, Wide Guard, but I don't think it gets Trick Room. Like I'm just not sure what to expect from my opponent's team. Pledges maybe? I could see Charizard plus Greninja having a pledge. Then again, that pledge isn't really useful, I think. If I remember correctly, it's the Rainbow, and that like increases like your team's secondary effects, secondary effects to double. Probopass Charizard, okay. I mean, Thunderbolt just knocks out Charizard, unless it's Charizard X. Do I risk that? It should be Charizard Y on a Lilligant team. You know what, I'm just Thunderbolting, and I'm gonna Liquidation. Oh wait, Probopass gets Earth Power. It also gets Power Gem. This thing's actually a threat. Hold up. Coco's just so valuable. I actually need it in this game. I don't think I can risk it. I think I'm gonna Volt Switch to Probopass, and I'm actually just gonna Z move to Charizard. Yeah. Covers also if it's a Charizard X play. It's gonna be Charizard Y, which is fine too. Don't know if you're gonna protect or not, but I'm not risking Coco because Coco destroys my opponent's team. So I'm not risking it at all. I never risk Coco. Do I ever Naganadel though? Or okay. That's a new one. I Volt Switch to Charizard, but I don't KO it, which is a problem. Or I KO it? It's not a crit. Okay, that worked. Okay. This is like a this is like a mini stack attacker. Except people don't know what Probopass does. I'm gonna get a Naganadel just because I feel like Naganadel can abuse the sun. I also have Gardevoir in the back who can trace and intimidate from whatever's in the back. So this turn one turned out to be beautiful for me because I got rid of the Charizard turn. Volt Switch doesn't even KO Charizard normally. I don't think it does. I feel like it's a roll. Alright, Hydro Vortex. I just KO 4 HP Charizard. I didn't even expect an ally switch. I just couldn't risk losing my Tapu Koko there. Good damage. 50% berry. Okay, what's coming out next? Because I think Probopass Earth Power might have actually been able to knock out Koko, which is why I don't risk it there. Greninja. Rock Slide? I'm just gonna double up the Greninja slot with Sludge Bomb and Liquidation. Oh, don't be Rock Slide. Sub. Alright, that works out. I wonder if I knock out Greninja. This is such a weird team. Sludge Bomb into Greninja. Like, what is this team? Get a crit. Doesn't matter. I think that would knock it out anyway. Liquidation. I'm fast into Probopass, which is interesting. I don't remember Probopass's speed though. I get good damage. Volt Switch from my Electric Terrain. That did nothing. Okay. What the heck is this team? Salaman's coming out. Okay, now that's a scary threat. I put Greninja in range of my... I already put Greninja in range of my Gleam. So I'm actually just gonna Sludge Bomb the Salaman slot and Liquidation the Greninja. Wait, it can't Mega. Salamence can't Mega, I just realized. Protean doesn't really change much. Hyper Voice, I think Araquanid lives one. Oh wait, no, it can't Mega Evolve, right? You can't Freeze in Sun, it's Life Orb Greninja. Life Orb Substitute. Interesting. Sludge Bomb does like 50%. Tailwind coming up. Okay. And I get the KO on Greninja. Alright, this game's not over yet because Probopass is still a problem to my team, ironically, because it gets a move that can hit every single one of my Pokemon for super effective. Power Gem, Flash Cannon, Earth Power. Well, it has Ally Switch, so that's... Oh wait, it has Ally Switch and Earth Volt Switch, so it can only have 2. I just need to sell out... I don't want him setting up on me, though. That's the problem. I'm just gonna Liquidation and Sludge Bomb, because I don't want him to set up on me. Because if Salaman sets up like a Dragonance, and let's say I double protect, it could be really bad. But if he attacks here, at least... he doesn't set up. Okay, he's gonna Ally Switch, which is okay. Rock Tomb. Okay, he knocks out my Naganadel, which is fine because I would have Sludge Bombed the Probopass slot. So I get a bit of chip onto the Salamence. Tailwind Rock Tomb is really interesting. I wonder if regular Salamence can work in this format, to be honest, because it actually seems a bit interesting. I'm gonna go out in the Gardevoir. Maybe Trace and Intimidate, which would be really nice here. Then I'd be able to click Hyper Voice plus, or a Psychic plus Liquidation. Trace the Sturdy. I'm just gonna go for Psychic and Liquidation, the Probopass slot. Rock Tomb's gonna come out, which is fine. Targets on Gardevoir. Actually, does Probopass outspeed me under Tailwind? No, it doesn't. Okay. I didn't think so since Araquanid outsped it earlier. So I get to knock out Salamence, and that should be game because I don't think Probopass can win this 1v1. Volt Switch into Gardevoir. That really doesn't do anything. Liquidation, -1 in the sun. 25%. I mean, this game was pretty much over anyway. I'm not going to Mega Evolve because it saves us time. So I'm just going to Psychic and Liquidation. That should be game. Like, yeah. So what an interesting turn of events. I did not expect a turn 1. Like, I know it carries Wide Guard. I knew that. I just didn't know it got Ally Switch, which already confused me. Does it get Trick Room? If it actually gets Trick Room, that'd be cool. I don't think it does. It gets Ally Switch for some reason, but I don't think it gets Trick Room. So Probopass goes down. It's like a stack attacker that no one knows what it does. Well, I think some people might know it gets Wide Guard, but I had no clue it gets Ally Switch. Actually, doesn't Probopass have really good defenses? I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure Probopass has like, what? Really high base defenses. I just think it has a low HP stat and weaknesses. It's kind of like a special stack attacker in sort of a way. Just a lot less powerful, a lot less HP. I'm pretty sure that's basically it. And yeah, no beast boost. It does get sturdy though. The special stack attacker. That's what I would call Probopass. The special stack attacker. Because it literally is a special. I actually have a fun friend who really loves Probopass, so it's actually pretty cool. As we find Rafa from Spain, 1576 rating to kick off the last battle of today's video. Charizard, Tyranitar, Cresselia, Landorus, Sparian, Aegislash, and Togedemaru. It's actually really cool because I've actually been testing a lot of Togedemaru Charizards. I actually think it's really solid. Like, I think Charizard, Landorus, Togedemaru, and Tapu Fini actually do go really well together. So let's see. My Charizard answers. My Charizard plus Landorus answers. I'm looking for them. They don't really exist. I think Hitmontop plus Hydreigon's solid here as a lead. Yeah, I think it's solid as a lead. Do I want Gardevoir? I feel like it's Deja Vu. It's like the other team I face. I just don't remember. I think I go Coco. I don't go Coco. I bring Gardevoir because it's better against Landorus. Naganadel. I don't want to play mind games with the Togedemaru. And I really don't need Coco at all. It only hits the Charizard, really. Doesn't do much otherwise. I feel like Naganadel just does better work, and Gardevoir does better work overall with Hyper Voice. So we'll see what my opponent opts for. I really should get the trainer pose in game. And apparently there's a Nurse Joy costume if you actually complete the Pokedex. So I need to get that before a regional. Okay, so we're going to see Togedemaru plus Cresselia. Gets my Hitmontop Hydreigon. This works out beautifully because look at my lead. I get Intimidated off into Togedemaru. I can fake out the Cresselia. I can Tailwind. I could Flamethrower. Like, I got a bunch of options right now. Fake out and Tailwind. Because I'm not going to risk him going for fake out and Hitmontop and switch on to Tyranitar. Would you even go for that play? I don't think you fake out Trick Room because I don't think you risk Darkium. I think you would go on a Tyranitar, like hard switch Cresselia into Tyranitar. Or you fake out Hydreigon. I feel like those would be the two plays you go for. Fake out a Hydreigon, which makes sense. I fake out the Chris. I was just about to say that was a Jackspot and I was like, what? Okay. I have a very safe Darkium and all out and close combat in that slot because I either knock out Cresselia, I get to knock out Tyranitar, which is a huge offensive threat to my team. I gotta get rid of Tyranitar if I can catch it on the switch, so I'll go for it. Oh, okay. So you're gonna Encore Hitmontop, which I think is fine for me because I get the knockout onto the Cresselia. So I'll trade Cresselia for basically useless Hitmontop in the position it's at right now. but I don't feel like it's too bad for me. Well, this should knock out. Like, I know it's a roll on like max speed def Cresselia, because yeah, I think it can miss the KO. I know Aegislash is Never Ending Nightmare can miss the KO on max speed def Cresselia. So get the knockout Cresselia. So Cresselia goes down, and that's one Pokemon I don't have to worry about my opponent pivoting into. And Togedemaru is not really helpful for my opponent, luckily, since I didn't have Coco in the back. And I just need to break its Focus Sash. So what's coming in right now? Tyranitar. Perfect. I'm guessing Charizard's in the back. Gardevoir's looking like a fine play here. I might want to go Naganadel. To be honest, I just want a Flamethrower. Break that Sash on the Togedemaru. And yeah, I'm just going to Flamethrower. There's no reason not to Flamethrower, I feel like. Because if I get a Flamethrower off, that's huge. You might Spiky Shield here. You might just go on the offense. Electro Web. That's cool. Okay. So I got a Flamethrower off into Togedemaru. Is this AV? No, it's not AV, that's for sure. Low kick, that's fine. A Hydreigon. Picks up the knockout, which is okay. I'm gonna go Gardevoir. Yeah, I'm gonna go Gardevoir. And I think Trick Room up. I think I'm gonna go Gardevoir, go into Hitmontop so I can get like Intimidate, get an Eject button. Oh, I traced the Lightning Rod. That's so good. That's so good. Because I can go into Hitmontop and Trick Room. I don't have to worry about Zing Zap flinching potentially. Do I Trick Room? I think I do Trick Room. I need Naganadel healthy because it's my best way to handle Aegislash. I could also just regular Hyper Voice, to be honest. You know what? I don't dislike that play, to be honest, because I get a bit of chip on these Pokemon. So I think that'll be fine. So I'll go Hitmontop here. What am my opponent's going to do? Protect? Togedemaru? No, yeah, Spiky Shield. Okay, that works. Because now, what, you're going to Rock Slide, I'm going to assume? I'm just making sure I don't get Electro Web flinch. That's what I'm doing here. Rock Slide, that's fine. And I get my Eject button out. I can go back into my Naganadel and then switch back into my Hitmontop. I guess I got clicked Hyper Voice there. Because Hyper Voice would have been a 2K on Tyranitar. Naganadel should be Charizard with enough work. Actually, I could just Fire Blast and Hyper Voice, can I? Actually, I don't see a dismerit in that. I get the speed boost. And I get a single target Hyper Voice off in a Tyranitar. Actually, I would have preferred to Mega Evolve last turn now that I think about it. Because you're not going to Zing Zap, obviously. Charizard's going to withdraw. Okay. Aegislash. Oh, that works. That works. That definitely works in my favor. Okay. I'll Mega Evolve right here. Fire Blast. Connects with Togedemaru, which is nice. Because I don't have to worry about Electro Web or anything. And I get free damage on the Aegislash. Oh, this is looking good. It's going to come down to do I connect with Fire Blast? Oh, hold your prayers for me, because I need to hit a Fire Blast. My opponent ever Z-move? I don't think they did. Tyranitar comes back out. I protect, go for Hyper Voice here, threaten the Tyranitar with a 2-hit KO, let Gardevoir go down, get my Hitmontop into the action. Because I don't care if Gardevoir goes down. I'm just trying to get him on top, a free switch, or just get damage on the Tyranitar. Hyper Voice is going to come out. That's a bulky Tyranitar. Is it a weakness policy? It is. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. Pursuit. Oh, my boy tried to read the Hitmontop switching. Okay, that is actually cool. That's actually really cool. Pursuit. Chatterbug gonna go off into Gardevoir, but that should secure for me. Because that has to be really slow Tyranitar. I don't see it outspeeding my Hitmontop. I absolutely don't see it outspeeding my Hitmontop. I'm gonna go into Hitmontop right now, and I can close combat and Fire Blast. I could Nasty Plot up in theory, but I don't have to yet, in my opinion. Because I have Helping Hand Fire Blast. I can knock out the Aegis Slash with that. If it King Shield, so I'm fine with this. I'm gonna Fire Blast. I'm gonna close combat. Tyranitar might protect, that's fine too. Like, I should outspeed anyway. So my opponent gonna protect Tyranitar. I have to think you're going on the offensive here. Yeah. We connect Fire Blast this time. Naganadel does not want a repeat loss. Does not want to lose in the same way we did in the last video. Nice. We get the Beast Boost. Close combat. That should be game. Unless I don't outspeed the Tyranitar, but by the way he took that Hyper Voice, that has to be really defensive Tyranitar. I doubt it runs speed. My Hitmontop runs a bit of speed, so I should be good. Sludge Bomb, good amount. Gets the poison. Yeah. Good game. Whew, okay, so no Charizard, no Landorus. Really interesting picks, because those two Pokemon were probably the Pokemon I was honestly scared of the most. So we're going to be able to pick up a win right there. 3 wins, undefeated with this team. Well, I guess the second battle was a bit interesting, because I'm not sure what to think about that set still. But able to take a win. Naganadel putting in some work in this episode. Like, Naganadel putting his team on the back. I really like the change here. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below. Shows your support. As well as you can check out everything else. The previous episodes down below if you have missed them. You can check out my social medias down below. You can check out the team pastebin down below as well if you want to go try it out. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. And I will catch you around in another video. Have a great day, people. See you around next time.